It's me, Miss Cara. I am the Books and Breakfast site director at both Lincoln and Dawes School, and I am so excited to be here with you and to read to you. Today I'm chosen to read Giant Steps to Change the World. It's written by Spike and Tonya Lewis-Lee, and it's illustrated by Sean Qualls. I chose this book mostly because of this part right here that's written on the inside. The whole book is what I fell in love with, but this insert, the beginning of a book where they write a little something, I'm going to read it to you. Everyone has it in them to be a hero. Everyone who reads about those men and women who stood up for what they believed in, who sacrificed everything for a passion or love, who took a step into a place where no one had ever stood before, has what it takes to be among those names. You don't have to be the bravest or the strongest. You simply have to believe in something enough to overcome all odds, to conquer every obstacle and succeed. You need to do what all those people have done before you. Jump that first hurdle, write that first word, paint that first stroke, take that first step, for it is in you to be a hero. The only question is whether or not you know it. Let's get started, okay? Giant steps to change the world. On some days, your dreams may seem too far away to realize. Listen to the whispers of those that came before. Those who had hard days but dared to make their dreams come true. They made giant steps to make the world a better place and left big shoes for you to fill. The road won't be easy. People will try to exclude you, but you must leap over hurdles like the Olympic athlete who won the gold, even though he had been relegated to second-class status by the very country he was representing. There will be dark days and lonely nights. Press on through the darkness and keep going. The way the freedom fighter encouraged the enslaved to ride the railroad to safety so that all could be free. This is those pages. You won't always have the answers. Ask for help and guidance. Like the teacher who started a school for children thought unteachable and turned them into scholars. I love that. Others may try to force you to ignore your principles. Stand your ground, like the heavyweight champion who refused to pick up a gun against a fellow human being. I love these pictures. If they tell you no, you are not smart enough, prove them wrong with your fortitude and brilliance, like the neurosurgeon with magic hands, because they were wrong about him and they are wrong about you. This picture of hands. Your heart will ache for your countryman who is hungry. Go to him and feed him. Like the woman who dedicated her life to feeding the hungry and healing the sick and asked for nothing in return. So, woman feeding, filling some cups. Looks like small hands holding up those bowls and cups. When you witness the ills that poverty and lack of education heap on a community, lend your voice, like the poet who wrote of the pain and the beauty of neighborhoods forgotten. Look at those neighborhoods. If you stare at a painting and do not see yourself there, paint your own portrait. Let the world see that you do exist and that you are truly special, like the boy from Brooklyn whose style was so unique. While some may say you are crazy, wild, or even selfish, you know you are just like the scientist who had a hard time learning to read, but whose theories became the basis for most of modern science. Look at that picture. Do you think you can figure out who they're talking about? Do you know who created this formula, E equals mc squared? A mystery. Something for you to look up and research, maybe. When those whispering in your ears tell you that your country is in need of new leadership and new direction, make a plan and make your voice heard, like the man who dreamed of his father, found his own vision, and changed the world forever by becoming president of the United States. Who do you think that could be? The first step is key. You may be so unsteady that you actually fall, but you must pick yourself up and keep stepping. Your might and courage will be the foundation that impacts us all. So when you take that big first step, look at these steps and look at that scary image. Beware of the worst enemy of all. What do you think the worst enemy of all is? It's fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being different, fear of being the same. Shoot down that fear, like the mighty pilots from Tuskegee who shot down their Nazi foes from the sky. Take a giant step over that fear, like the giant step one astronaut made on the moon for all mankind. Now it's your turn. Everyone is waiting. What's your next step going to be? I'm excited to see. What is your next step going to be? What are you going to do? What do you dream of? What are you scared of? Sometimes it's good to start there. What am I most afraid of, and what should I try? This book talked about some of these people. If you want to look up and see if you can piece together who they meant, they were referring to Jesse Owens, Marva Collins, Harriet Tubman, Muhammad Ali, Mother Teresa, the Tuskegee Airmen, Barack Obama, Neil Armstrong, Langston Hughes, Jean-Michel Basquiat, and Albert Einstein. I hope that you enjoyed that book. I hope that you want to read it again or listen to it again with me. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you next time.